here. You notice when I start, I have a look at the names. Okay, I know who is here, who is not, because some join very late. So when I look at the names at the beginning, I know who joined later. So I know you are here. Okay, but I want you to be an active member, not just I'm here.
إن شاء الله.
Because I'm sure you are extrovert, right? You are extrovert or introvert? I say extrovert.
ما أدري.
أحلى إجابة. أحلى إجابة. I like it.
اثنين.
Okay. حلو. We said we are all a mixture, right? So you are very natural. Okay. So Mustafa also gave more than one answer, and Zainab, yes. Okay. Huda gave us a very big laughter. Mariam, Tahir, yes. Okay. So very good. Look here. I told why I asked you to write. Why? Because I told you you will have a question like this in quiz 2. So if you write it now, it will be easier in quiz 2 because it will not be the first time. Okay? So, number 2, if I say I don't want a job in a factory, so I'll delete want and put would like. But don't forget that this is negative. So I wouldn't, as Ruqayya said, yes, I wouldn't like a job in a factory. If in number 3 I want to work with children, so I say I would like to work with the children. In number 4, I don't want to be a manager. So if it is positive, لو هي موجبة هنقول would like مثبتة يعني. لو negative هنقول wouldn't like. I wouldn't like to be a manager. Do you want to travel? So we'll say, would you like to travel? It's a question. Would you like? Look here. Would you like? This is the question. Okay. Ready at last. At last you are here. Tomorrow I want to hear your voice, not writing. Need to speak to say something. Okay. Pray. Pray for God. What sort of job do you want to do? So what sort of job would you like to do? Okay. So again, all of you, I said this is important. Keep in mind, you may have a question like this in quiz 2 and in the final. What is the question? You will have a sentence with want, like this one, I want to work with children. And they will ask you to use would. If they say use would, you will say I would like. You will delete want and put would like. Now I said it many times, it's your responsibility. عشان بعدين بتزعلوا. مسؤوليتكم. قلت ان هي موجودة في كويز 2 و the final. Okay, we'll do this in just a bit faster. Look at this. Look at the again, I said we have a problem with the parts of speech. Sometimes we don't know if this is a verb or a noun or adjective. Okay, look at the word employ. Employ, this is the verb. Employ, this is the verb. If you employ means hire. means recruit, means give job to someone. So you pay someone to do a job. Okay? If I work in a company, so the company employs me. They give me money, okay, to do a job. So this is the meaning of employ. This is a verb. Employable, this is an adjective. Employable, this is an adjective. Easy to employ. What do we mean by employable? Maybe you are a good student at the university. You are a good student. You have learned many skills. Okay, when you finish university, you've got your qualification, your certificate. You've got some experience. Okay, and you can speak English well, and you have good knowledge about using computer. So now you have skills, you have certificate, you have the language, you have experience. So any company will give you the job. You can easily find a job. If you can easily find a job, you will be employable. So who is the employable person? The employable person was the person who has skills that he can find a job easily. Everyone will ask you, we will give you a good job, come and work for us. So you will be employable. Employee, a person who is paid to do a job. Look at employee and employer, because you were confused. If you work for a company, if you work for a company, so the company is your employer, and you are employee.
employee.
employee اللي هو الموظف. employer صاحب العمل. Look at the ER. I want you to look at this. ER at the end of the word and EE. ER الطرف اللي بيعطي. EE the part who receive اللي بيتلقى. ده بيعطي وظيفة employer. employee بياخد الوظيفة. Look at this.
trainee.
Trainer, the person who trains, المدرب. The person who receives training, the person who receives the training is the trainee. Interviewer, Fatima volunteered to be the interviewer tomorrow. Interviewer, the manager is the interviewer. And Sheikha will be the interviewee. يبقى interviewer اللي هو اللي بيجري المقابلة the manager. interviewee اللي هو المتقدم للوظيفة اللي بتجرى له المقابلة. شايفين العلاقة ما بين ER EE؟ payer. If you pay money, you are payer. If you receive the money, if someone paid you the money, so you are payee. So if you pay, you are the payer. If you receive the money, payee. If you train, you are trainer. If you receive training, if you are trained, you are trainee. If you are the manager who asks people questions, you are interviewer. If you are applying for a job, so you are interviewee. Okay? and also but it's not used a lot anymore. يعني ما عادتش بتستخدم كتير، اللي هي التانية اللي هي حتى عاملها لي خطأ، ما عادتش بتستخدم. كانت زمان بتستخدم في البريد sender and sendee اللي هو المرسل إليه، بس الحين صاروا يستخدموا بدلها إيه؟ recipient أو receiver. أوكي؟ صارت but this is old English. Okay? So you need to learn this: trainer, trainee, interviewer, interviewee, payer, payee, employer, employee. Okay, so we need to learn that. And employment, this is the noun. Employment means the job itself, a person's job, or employing someone. Okay, now use these words to complete the 4 sentences: 2, 3, 4, and 5. Forget about this space or blank. ما في علاقة بالفراغ الأخير، خلينا في الفراغ اللي في داخل الجملة. This one. You complete these spaces with words from the box. Mustafa, yes? Okay. The company has 200. Mustafa wrote employee, but we can make it plural because it's 200. So we say 200 employees, right? And number 3, we would like you to work as a teacher.
Employment.
We would like to. After 2, usually we use what? After 2, we use a verb. So we say you would like to
Employee.
employ. Yes.
Employee.
Would like to employ you to work as a teacher. What is the length of this job? I mean, how long do you want me for?
Employment.
employer هتقيس صاحب العمل بالمتر يعني، ولا ايه؟ نقول 50 سم ولا 120 سم؟ employment. You are asking about the period. مدة التوظيف، العقد. What is the length of employment? If you learn many skills at college, you will be, when you leave, you will be what? Employable. Excellent. You will be employable when you learn many skills. Okay, I said employable is someone who can easily find a job. Why? Because he knows many things, so can easily find jobs. The last thing we are going to do here is these words. Look at these words. Do you think they are all nouns, or some of them are nouns, some are verbs, some are adjectives? Are they of the same part of speech or different parts of speech?
Different.
The words in the box. The words in the box. Why? Ability.
Recruitment noun. Worker.
Recruitment noun. Worker.
Noun.
Trainee.
Trainee.
Adjective.
مش trainee ده شخص متدرب. يبقى noun.
Noun.
Journalist. You know journalist? What does it mean, journalist?
person who's write in journal.
Excellent. صحفي, a person who writes in a newspaper. Journal, it's in French. This is
Business.
French. Okay, journalist. Journalist, a person who writes in a newspaper. Okay. Impression, noun. Experience, noun. Counselor, counselor, advisor. It's a noun. Business, noun. Ability, noun. All these words are nouns. Okay. طب وليش هو تعبنا يعني؟ اوكي عشان يعلمكم شيء. Sometimes you know the part of speech. Sometimes you know the part of speech from the word ending. The word ending means the last letters. For example, I'll give you an example. For example, if the word ends in FUL, mostly, not 100%, not 100%, but mostly it's an adjective. For example, if you say beautiful, if you say careful, if you say so many words are ends in FUL, okay, they are noun, they are adjectives. If you say words ending in IVE, like for example expensive, okay, it's an adjective. Okay, so sometimes we know the adjectives from the end of the word. Okay, also here, if a word ends in TION or SION, you know it's a noun. All these, if you find them at the end of the word, okay, so you know that not 100%, but more than 90% it's a noun. For example, TION, like relation. SION, like comprehension. Noun. ITY, like when you say creativity. It's a noun. ER, like trainer. OR, like actor. Noun. IST, journalist. Scientist. It's a noun. IAN, like musician. The person who plays music, so say musician. MENT, like employment, it's a noun. NESS, like happiness. Happiness, it's a noun.
Sadness.
Yes. ANCE, like importance. ENCE, like difference. ENCY,
Interest.
like emergency. Emergency. EE, like trainee or interviewee or payee. So if you see this at the end of the word, TION, SION, ITY, all this, if you find this at the end of the word, you know that this word is a noun. Mostly it's a noun. Okay? So